What's up guys, today we're gonna be reacting to his story. You see it, this is his channel, and we're gonna watch some of his videos. So grab some popcorn, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to this video. This video is called "I Had to Teach My Son." Okay, let's watch it.
My son screamed into his gaming headset, "Go end yourself, you stupid idiot." I chuckled,
What?
thinking it was just gaming talk, but then I heard the other kid crying through the headset, "Please stop, Sam. I'm actually going to do it." But Sam just laughed. "Good, do it. Or when I see you in school tomorrow."
What is this? This is just a... Who made this 3D modules, bro? Why is he looking like
"I'll
that?
do it for you." My blood ran cold as I realized my son was viciously bullying a classmate. I placed a hand on his shoulder and told him, "Stop it, son. I've been bullied before. It hurts more than you can imagine." My voice shook because I'd never told him this, but he cut me off. "That's because you were a loser, Dad, and if he can't handle it, he should just log off." But when I looked, the other kid had indeed...
How long is this video? It's 2 minutes and 1 second. Bro. Oh my...
already logged off. Sam went back to his game before I could reply, and I stared at him knowing exactly what I was about to do. The next day, I logged onto his Xbox while he was at school and read Sam's messages with the kid. "Sam, you're a sensitive wuss." The kid, "Please, Sam. Gaming is the one place I can escape and forget about my mom dying. Please don't take it away." Sam, "Lol, maybe you should join
What is
your mom,
this?
you worthless loser." My stomach dropped, and I put down the controller with my hands shaking.
Look.
"Lol, maybe you should join
What's
your mom, you
lol?
worthless loser." My stomach dropped.
What is this? This face. What's this face expression? Boy. What is this?
And I put down the controller with my hands shaking in rage. 20 minutes later, I was at Sam's school. My jaw clenched as I stepped out.
Okay.
Sam was cornering the same kid in the playground, pointing and laughing while the kid cried. But I stormed onto the grounds and grabbed Sam by the wrist, dragging him towards the car in front of everyone. He screamed, "What are you doing, Dad? You're embarrassing me." But I didn't even respond. I buckled him in, then drove home in total silence, my face red and...
Yo, people could think he was kidnapping my kid, bro. What the hell is this?
hands shaking on the wheel because my son needed to learn. When we pulled in, Sam's Xbox was already in the back garden with a baseball bat. "You're gonna smash it." His eyes went wide. "Is this because of that loser in school? I'm not doing it." He stomped his feet, but I pressed the bat into his
Okay,
chest.
what?
I said, "Smash it." My voice was ice cold, and the blood drained from Sam's face. He'd never seen me this angry before.
What is this? This face expression, bro. Why is he looking like that? Every time.
He gulped and raised the bat with tears in his eyes. "Do I have to?" I stayed still, and he swung the bat. I told him to try again, and soon he was crying on his knees.
So the only thing he does is a little bit moving with his arm, and then the Xbox suddenly broke in pieces. What the fuck?
His Xbox completely shattered. I stood over him. "Now you're never going to bully anyone again. Do you understand me?" He nodded like a bobblehead, and I gave him a piece of paper. "And now you're gonna write a 3,000-word apology letter." My son's...
Okay. 3,000 word apology letter for just bullying. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's... Never mind. Okay, let's go on to the next video. This is, yep.
I'd been wheeling myself down the boardwalk when my arms started aching, so I grabbed the nearest stranger and asked, "Can you wheel me to see my son? It's my first time seeing him in years, and I'm already late." But as soon as he grabbed my handlebars, he jolted me towards the other direction. I laughed nervously. The pier is the other way," but he started speeding up.
Oh.
"Don't worry about it, rich man." That's when a white
But
man...
why are you letting a stranger taking you somewhere in a wheelchair? You could be kidnapped to somewhere. I don't know. You could be kidnapped. Oh my god.
And pulled up to the end of the boardwalk with the door wide open, and the driver was wearing a
No shit. Everyone could know that.
looked around for another stranger, but the sun was setting and everyone had left. I slid my phone between my legs to try and call my son and saw he'd texted me. "You've been letting me down since I was 9. You promised you would show up for me and that you were sober this time. We're never going to have a relationship together." My heart
Oh, son is mad.
ached because he thought I was letting him down when really I was being kidnapped. I instantly called him and it went to
Bro, this guy like sees they are like he could see that he's on his phone texting someone. Maybe it's 911 or like something. But he doesn't see that. Oh my.
voicemail. But before I could say anything, the guy snatched it.
Yep.
He read the
Oh, okay. I was right.
text and laughed. "Damn, nobody's coming for you." But he didn't know the voicemail was still running in his fist, so I begged loud so that the recording would hear every landmark I had. "Please, why are you taking me to the marina lot? What's in that white van?" He didn't respond and stuffed the phone in his jacket, tipped my chair, and dumped me onto the van floor. The doors slammed, and I had no idea if I was going to live. From the back of the van, I watched as
I also have no idea if he's
the
going
van
to
slammed
live.
to a stop, and there were pairs of shoes hanging from the power lines.
Why are there pairs of shoes hanging from the power line? What is this?
And I was extremely scared. He tore the doors open and began raiding my back pockets. But that's when we heard sirens everywhere. Cops surrounded the area, and the two men were forced to raise their hands in the air. My son pushed through them and grabbed my face with both hands. "I played your voicemail so I could hate you one more time, but I could hear you crying and you were scared, and a strange man said nobody was coming for you." He wiped his eyes. He was wrong. When they set me back in my chair, I still couldn't talk. So my son took the handles and wheeled me into his car to drive to the boardwalk. I never even had to ask. I'd been
Okay. Next video.
I was 30 years old and would
He was 30 years old.
still check under my bed every night before going to sleep. My 6-year-old son would ask why, and I'd lie that I was just checking for monsters, when in reality, I was afraid the man who kidnapped me might come back. I was 7 when I woke up to him climbing out from under my bed. I still remember him covering my mouth with duct tape and his hands as he carried me to his van. I lived in his basement for 3 years before I escaped, but even at 30 years old, I couldn't sleep without checking. But then one night, I woke up to a creak under my bed. My heart raced
Yep,
as I instantly grabbed my flashlight, my hands trembling. I slowly peered under, but all that was there was my giant box
Oh,
of clothes.
wait.
I crawled back in bed, but next morning I was so shaken, my son even asked if I was
God bless me.
It's just the monsters, but my coffee nearly spilled, and he came over and hugged me. "It's okay, Dad. If there's ever a monster, I'll protect you." But
If there's ever a monster, I will protect you. Bro. This kid, he can't protect him from a monster.
that night, I woke up to the feeling of my mattress sinking. My chest became cold, and when I turned around, I saw fingers crawling out from under my bed.
Yeah, that's the
getting
kid.
closer. Every memory of my kidnapper came back to me.
That's that
screamed
kid.
and grabbed the nearby lamp, hitting the fingers as I scared. I barely heard the scream under my bed. But then my son crawled out from
Yeah,
under
I
me.
knew
He
it,
was
I
holding
knew
his
it.
hand against his chest, and my brain short-circuited. "What are you doing?" I yelled, and he looked up at me. "You said you were scared of monsters, Daddy. So every night after you fell asleep, I'd hide behind the box under your bed. If a monster ever came, I was gonna fight it for you." My
Okay.
heart fully melted, and I realized I couldn't be mad at him because his intentions were so pure. "Thank you, son." I gently took his hand, and next night we checked for the monsters together. I was 30 years old and would still check under my...
Okay.
The intercom crackled. "His stories is to be searched by military personnel immediately. He is an immediate threat to students. Remain seated until he's secured." My pen froze over my history notes, and the kid behind me slapped my shoulder laughing. "Bro, what did you do?" I put my hands up because I had no idea what was going on. Every kid rushed to the windows, and when I leaned over, I saw 2 armored trucks rolling across the courtyard grass.
Huh?
6 soldiers filed through our...
Bro, 6 soldiers over 1 kid. Brother. This is not even okay.
door and lined the walls. "His stories. On your feet. Now." I stood up so fast my chair tipped over. "Sir, there's a mistake. I didn't do anything." 2 of them patted me down while my whole class filmed it. "Check my bag."
Why would you film this? Why? But what are these stories? I don't understand Why do people like this? 16k likes on this. Maybe I should try this and get 16k likes on something like this, bro. What?
Check my locker. You'll see the only rule I break is using ChatGPT to help with homework, I swear. But one soldier lifted my pen off my desk, dropped it into a metal container, and nodded at the others. We found the weapon. My voice cracked. That's a pen, but no one wanted to listen to me. They cuffed my hands behind my back and marched me out, and the entire school poured into the hallway behind us. My legs were trembling. Because I had no idea if I was going to go to jail for a misunderstanding. But when the doors swung open, a man in dress uniform was at the bottom of the steps, holding his cap against his chest. A soldier unlocked my cuffs, and I collapsed into his arms. "Dad, you're home!" He stroked my head. "My deployment ended early, son."
Why would
5
you
years, and you
scare a
wrote me
kid
every
like
single
this?
week. I wanted to give
You would cuff him to handcuffs? Oh my god, these stories. What are these stories? I don't understand.
a homecoming you'd never forget. He took my pen out of the container and pressed it into my hand. "Heard you're armed and dangerous with this thing every week."
Okay, what the fuck? Actually, what? Okay, what are the comments on this? Imagine your lawful name being his stories. Netflix needs this guy. No, he does not need this guy. Let this man cook. The first second and it's already peak. Give the animator a raise, bro. No, give the animator. Just don't give the animator a raise. Pen, weapon. I mean, it's possible when I was a weak hero. Yeah. So, but let's move on. So this video.
Something cool will happen. My big brother handed me a fork and grinned. I was only 7, so my eyes lit up.
What is this animation? What are these animations, bro?
And immediately hit 2 minutes. Ronnie propped his phone against the toaster. "I want to record how cool my brother is." I didn't realize he was only recording me to humiliate me, and smiled because my big brother had just called me cool for the first time.
And why does this is the first time realizing why does this guy have one blue eye and one green eye? Like, who animated this? Who made this, bro?
Whoa, it's actually doing it. I leaned closer as a blue spark popped off the fork, and when the timer beeped 1 minute, Ronnie glanced over at his phone. "Now put your head next to the microwave to get a better look." I pressed my nose against the door, and my eyes widened as the blue sparks turned to crackling. The fork started bouncing inside the microwave, and I saw smoke now rising from the top. 30 seconds were still left on the timer, and Ronnie leaned closer like he was waiting for something.
And now,
Suddenly, I saw a spoon on the floor.
A spoon.
What happens if we put this in as well? I bent down to pick it up, and Ronnie immediately crossed the room. "What are you doing? Look at the microwave," he pointed. I looked up at him from the floor and told him I was just making the microwave cooler, but suddenly I heard a flash. Boom! The microwave exploded.
okay, why would you also do this? Putting a fork in a microwave, and you know, okay.
Inches away from it. A bit of the microwave door came off and cracked him in the face, dropping him to the
Instant karma.
floor. I looked up from where I'd been protected behind the counter and saw Ronnie on the floor, his face covered in gray ash as his hair stuck upwards like he'd been electrocuted. My hands were shaking.
His hair. Look, this hair, and look at this.
He was
How did the hair suddenly go from this to this? What?
electrocuted. My hands were shaking as I looked at his phone that had just recorded everything. That was amazing. I picked up another fork. Let's get another microwave and do it again.
Are you fucking dumb? This was not amazing. This was a waste of time.
I lifted my camera to take one photo of the Mona Lisa when 3 security guards slammed me onto the floor in front of the whole crowd. I had no idea why.
Okay guys, so this was the video. Subscribe for more, and subscribe for part 2, cause for part 2 we're gonna watch her story. I will put it on the screen. yeah, this. So we're gonna watch this. So subscribe for part 2, and let's and bye.